Thank you, he who is lit. So good afternoon. What a wonderful room to be in. You are all absolutely amazing. So you asked for an event focused on local San Diegans who make our lives better. And so here we are today celebrating our luminaries whose dedication and spirit brighten our community. I was recently at a rather small and kind of fancy event that was a little bit outside of my usual sphere. And in a discussion about politics of all things, one of the attendees shared that he didn't believe me that there's a surge in legislative attempts to restrict our lives, or that LGBTQ people are at risk of higher than average poor health outcomes related to the stress of being LGBTQ+. No, he didn't believe this. Even though we live in a country where 33% still believe it is morally wrong to be LGBTQ, and 55% believe it is morally wrong to change one's assigned gender. He called what I was saying BS, and that's the nice way of putting that. And no one but me uttered any sort of disagreement. These are the times we are living in, when a growing portion of our population loudly rails against data and science and social justice. A time when here in San Diego, our bars are targeted by pellet gun attacks, where the pole at the San Diego Hillcrest Youth Center, where that flagpole was destroyed and our flag was stolen. Can you imagine what message that sends to those youth? In the just over 50 years that the center has been a big part of the LGBTQ movement, we have made significant strides despite those who would dismiss our experiences. And as an Asian American lesbian activist and advocate, and as a staff member of the center, I'm all too aware of the harms our communities still face each day, because we hear those stories from the thousands of people who walk through our doors in search of the comfort and joy of feeling that they are part of something bigger and safer. This is exactly why we show up and get to work for our LGBTQ community. It is why we serve and strategize, organize, protest, and advocate. In the early 1990s, when I began my career in the movement, we debated over whether or not it was better to work at dismantling oppression from within or to tear it all down from the outside. And what I learned is that we need it all. We have to change hearts and minds, systems and laws, because they are leveraged against us by people who believe that we do not deserve love or respect. Well, you know what? They're wrong. We are worthy because we are uniquely and brilliantly us. We need a movement of many leaders who understands this. And this is where our luminaries shine. They are the brilliant leaders who share the spirit of the center's mission to do the hard work to create the changes we want to see, blazing new paths into every system, every cultural norm, and every position of power that harms LGBTQ+ people, so that we can make power work for us instead of against us. This includes leaders who use allyship as a force for change, standing shoulder to shoulder with us in both struggle and victory. Our growth and our success has made clear that when we operate together from a place of abundance, a place of choice, not deprivation, a place of solidarity, not hate, we thrive. It is in the safety of community and togetherness that we find strength. At the center, this is where our crisis services team works with survivors to heal hate, where our youth housing team comfort young people whose lives have been disrupted by bigotry. It is where our behavioral health crew gets together and they bring people through the traumas that people experience and build up over time. And where our fierce advocates for civic engagement, who are here in the room today, work to empower the community to shine bright. And it is a community where the luminaries we are honoring today have touched the lives of so many. We hope that today you feel moved to use your voice and your time to carry the stories of our luminaries into the world around you and inspire others to get involved. We hope that I'm excited, clearly, to share our first video. It's the story about how our center is creating safe space for our next generation of leaders by providing young professionals with mentorship and skills building to help change the world. So please turn your attention to the screens.